Hi, Jane.
Hey, Barbara.
Old
Thank
friend.
You. Thank you for having me.
Well, you're welcome, and this is Jane Gerwig, and she's going to tell us so much today about the beginnings of the church and her joy of serving it. You had a great need. Could you tell me a little bit about that and how Habitat for Humanity grew into that need?
Yeah, that was it's very close to my heart. Habitat for Humanity had the opportunity to work with Pelham Road, and we have so many volunteers that were willing and able to work with Habitat to build homes for low-income people who needed houses, people who didn't have any place to live and didn't have a place to raise their family in a supportive situation. So there was one day where we were working, a whole group of us volunteers were working at a Habitat site, and Dr. Rich, who was very instrumental in the whole Habitat era, he said, "I think we can get you a house." And I was living in an apartment that I couldn't afford, and I was I was greatly needed a security for my children. So he checked and then told me the next day, he says, "We're going to get you a house." So there was a lot donated by a church member, and the lot was donated to the church and to Habitat and earmarked for me and my children. The church members volunteered their time to come out and build my house. And of course, it's different areas that work. You know, they did landscaping and they had to lay the cement and all those things that I don't know a whole lot about. But I didn't need to know because the volunteers knew. The carpenters and the construction crew, they all knew what to do. And to this day, when I turn that key and go in my house, I see all those volunteers. Many of them are no longer with us, but they came early, they stayed late, and they gave my children and I the stability of an affordable home, and it is one of my greatest treasures.
And you've told me what you and your children always call that house.
Yes, we call that house, it's so funny, we call that house the house that love built. And there are times, you know, well, especially when they were teenagers, and we all know how teenagers can be at times, that we would have a little argument or something going on about somebody did something or wanted to do something. And I'd say, think about where we live. We live in a house that love built. And it would just change the situation, and we would just laugh and just, my children, I enjoyed that house immensely. It is it brought us a solitude, a family basis to where we could love each other and be ourselves and grow. And through the support always of Pelham Road, that house means everything to my children and I. And still, they don't. I'm an empty nester, and they're not there anymore. But they come home. They come home to. And one of the things that Jacob went off to the service, and when he came home on leave one time, he just walked out the back door and he just stood and he looked. And so it's green and there's huge trees. It's a beautiful lot. Lots of birds and wildlife. And so he just stood out there and he said, "It's so green." And I was like, "Well, it's always been green." He says, "Well, I've been in Texas. It's not green in Texas."
I've been to Texas. I know what he said, what you mean. Well, Jane, it's been wonderful for you to share this with us. And just like the church helped you, you have helped us, because building that has meant a lot to our people. So we love you and we thank you.
Well, thank you. That's so
for
much.
your time today.
It's a joy, and you know, people can ask you to do things to help them, but if you ask back, they're there to help you right back. And that's what Pelham Road has always been. Not just for me, but for everybody. There are many people who come through the door and they have a need, and that need is met. It is met, no questions asked. Just the love that this church has, and think about all the opportunities in 50 years that this church has had to help people to grow, not only in their personal lives but in their Christian life. It's just astounding to me. It totally got it work.
God is still at work.
Yeah, amen.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.